Hello everybody. Anyhow, I'm Ted. I'm your outing leader for the Hut to Hut trip. I wanted to go over a few things on the equipment list. I've been getting some questions on the email, and I figured why not go ahead and just make you a quick video on what to bring. This might save a little bit of time. So let's just go over some of the items. Number one is we have our backpack, obviously, and that, remember I talked about keeping that somewhere between 20 and 25 pounds. I weighed this one, it's at 24 right now, that's with water and everything. As an outing leader, I carry a little more gear than you would. Snowshoes, we talked about snowshoes a little bit. This is the women's MSR snowshoe. See, it has buckles, straps, it makes it very easy, just 2 straps. These are my wife's. They work really well for her. They're brand new, she's just tried them out not that long ago. They have a great cramp-on design on the side, cramp-on design here in the middle. Very easy to get in and out of, especially with cold hands or big gloves on. So they're a nice shoe to use. I can write to you what they are. They're called the Revo Explorer. The men's snowshoe, I use the MSR also. I find the MSR so far to me has been the easiest one to use. It's very easy to repair because of the strap system. Men's and women's also can come with this multiple strap system. They're left and rights too for both. Also has a cramp-on design all the way around the snowshoe and in the middle. This helps you with both going downhill and uphill. Right here for the uphill, right here for the downhill, and these side ones for the side hilling. We will be doing side hilling on this trip. The other things, your pole should be a collapsible style pole. You can unbuckle it, collapse it down, change the length. As we're crossing side slopes, steep hills, downhills, you may want to change the length for comfort. You can see I have a really nice handle. This is the leaky pole. Like I said, you can see it telescopes. Notice the basket. That is a snow basket specifically. Use this type of snow basket if you're going to bring your trekking poles. Don't use the small snow baskets. It'll be very difficult. One of the other things I think you're probably curious about is the sled. This is our sled. Looks like a kiddie sled. It's pretty much what it is. What I've done is created some loops for tire loads. We have a really strong rope, both front and rear, to control the sled. These sleds I used on Denali for 20 days, and not only did I use it, but other people used the same sled. Once the sled gets there for the season, it's used for the whole climbing season, then they're all removed. So they're brought in at the same time, left there, and then removed. So you can imagine, they're pretty durable. So they carry it, when they're carrying about 40 pounds a piece on Denali. So even for a kiddie sled, they do a pretty good job. So one of the other things we talked about a little bit was boots. This is one of the women's boots. It's a Solomon boot. It's a pretty good design. It's about minus 13 degrees. Very comfortable, easy to wear. You can tell us. Let's talk a little bit about the clothing, what you're going to actually be wearing while you're out there for the day. So pretty much what you see is what I wear. I tend to wear ski pants with a polypropylene long underwear with polypropylene actual briefs. I also wear a vest, because I find that I overheat a little bit. Some people would prefer to wear something like a fleece jacket, like this type of jacket. I prefer that, for myself, a pit zip, which helps me ventilate if it starts to get a little too warm. I find I get too warm with these, especially when I'm moving, but they're great when you're back in at the hut. Also a ball cap of some kind. You can use this style of ball cap, which is just your standard kind. And there's also ball caps that also have the covers over the top. I don't believe I have one sitting around here somewhere. Maybe not. So there are also the kind with the covers on the top. What you want in a ball cap is some kind of clip system so that if it's windy, you don't lose your ball cap. The other thing we talked about were sunglasses. Definitely need sunglasses, whether you have a prescription or not. You definitely need some type of sunglass that is both UVA, UVB. Some people need side shields. They like wraparounds. That's fine. But I prefer just to use a regular sunglass myself. Now, so we've got the hat, we've got the sunglasses, I have the vest. Again, I like the vest system best for me, but then I also have some polypropylene top with a turtleneck on it. And that helps me also stay warm, keeps my throat warm, especially if it gets cold. I don't think staying warm is going to be much of an issue until we're in the hut, until we get the fire going, and so forth, and the stoves and all of that. Then we probably will warm up quite a bit. I also like a zipper rather than just a pullover. This also helps me ventilate some more, and that will also help as far as if I get too hot. getting too cold usually isn't an issue when you're actually moving. So that's kind of what I wear out there, except for, as you notice, the pants are a style with a side zip. This helps me ventilate. The side zip actually drops all the way down. You might notice also that I'm wearing a gaiter. This gaiter will keep the snow out of my boots. It'll keep it from going up inside of my pants. It really works well, and it just helps keep your whole foot system dry. Now on the boot itself, what I'm wearing is a North Face Chilcat, and this is a minus 30-degree boot. It comes both in men's and women's boots. That's one I recommended. I think most of you got the website link on that one. So that's kind of where I go on my clothing. Now I do have one more layer. It's inside my pack right now, and so I keep my jacket always close and at all times, because if you don't have your jacket close, the wind blows and you're digging in the very bottom of your pack and things can start to blow away. I'm just using an REI pit zip type jacket that also blocks wind and rain. So it has a hood. It's set up pretty well for what we need to do. All we're really concerned about is just staying dry and staying warm using the layering system so that we can always adjust. So that's where we are right now in the jacket. So you might wonder, what about gloves, Ted? So I keep my gloves also very handy. I use several types of gloves. I use a lighter overlayer glove, and that one I keep close to me at all times in my pocket. So, I'll zip it the right way. So these are just some lightweight gloves. They have some grips on them. I'll wear them just to keep myself from my hands cold, but also be able to operate things like the poles, be able to tighten my snowshoes, things like that. So that's the type of glove I'll end up using. Let's get rid of one of those. Keep a bag where I keep all of my clothing, and the reason I like a bag is because then things aren't floating around in my pack and I'm trying to find them. Gloves have a habit of you could find one but you can't find the other. So in that, what I have is some other important items like some even lighter gloves. These are the very light polypropylene gloves. Put those aside. We have the thicker glove. This is more of a ski type glove. This will keep your hands warm in case it really gets cold, or we're just hanging around, or you're just going outside exploring, or whatever you want to do. But it's just nice to have. So another pair. I also want to have both the left and the right. We talked about goggles a little bit. I keep my goggles in a fleece bag, and the reason I do that is so they don't scratch. If the goggles are floating around with other items, they could possibly scratch. So this is a amber goggle. I aren't required to wear glasses, but they have over the glasses OTG style goggles as well, and you can buy those as well. The reason we're going with amber is for storms. It's the only real reason we would ever wear a goggle out there is in case we're actually having to travel in a storm. We want to keep our eyes warm and our face warm. So that's where we are, and notice they're all in that same bag. So let's see what else do we have here. Oh yeah, we have of course my fleece pullover head cover, just to make sure it's nice. It keeps my ears covered. If it gets really cold, I can cover up my ears and keep wind out of my ears. Now, of course, the other thing I like to keep handy is my headlight. So the headlight is a Storm. It's called the Storm by Black Diamond. I really like this headlight a lot. It's small. It's easy to operate. It has multiple functions. So I always keep the headlight close too. You'll especially want that when we're around the inside the hut. Also, what I have is my knife. So this is just a standard pocket knife. I keep that also handy. It's like if I need to cut some cheese or whatever I'm doing, I have the tool close by. So that way I don't have to worry too much about finding that tool. So in the pack itself, we get into camp. Well, I keep a small clothing bag. These are ultralight compression sacks. They're fantastic because they're light. They'll also do the same job of any other nylon bag, but on top of that, they're ultralight, and why carry any more nylon than you need to? And I was saying, if you can't sleep in it, eat it, or wear it, don't bring it. But sometimes you need to bring a few things. What I keep in here are my down jacket. Remember I talked about bringing in a down jacket of some kind? This is really mainly for being around camp, not for traveling. if you're traveling, you have to wear this. It's a pretty cold day, and hopefully in March we won't see a day like that. I have my spoon and my 2 spoons, that is, my bowl and my cup. I don't go with an insulated cup. I just go with a standard cup. It works just fine. Small bowl with a wide opening. That helps a lot with serving. If you use a cup for serving, it's very difficult for us to get the food inside the cup. Another item is my sleeping bag. Get that out. Oh, no, take that back. Sleeping bag's on the bottom. So we have here, let's just see. I packed everything away that was on the list, and like I said, I only keep the things that I need for the day close by. So this is all the kind of things I need once we get into the hut. And I can tell one of them is my booties. So, a little longer. I have 10 minutes to do all this. So here are the booties. So you can see the booty is a down type booty. It has a grip on the bottom. This is really great. A lot bigger than probably most of you need to carry, hopefully. You have smaller feet than me. The other booty. What else we have in here? Oh, we have a fleece top. This is an addition. I don't bring that jacket, so I bring just another thicker fleece top. It's a lot smaller than this jacket. It doesn't take as much space. As you can see, I could put it in that bag pretty easily. Some more items I have in here. Extra socks. That's super important. You don't want to use the same pair of socks the whole time, especially if they get wet. More socks. My cotton t-shirt. I love my cotton t-shirt for sleeping in. It's really important to me because I just do not sleep well in polypropylene. And I've done the hut thing where I had to. And of course, more briefs. So I always want an extra pair. Some of the things I carry on the side of my pack. Here you'll see snacks. I like to carry snacks where I can get to them. I also carry an extra water bottle. See, that's 2 quarts now, or liters. I have one also that is very close to me, so I can get to that. And let's see what we have on the side. We have a pack cover, really important in case we have rain. What's also important is your pack cover fits well. It needs to fit snugly on your pack in case there's wind. We don't want to lose your pack cover, although we can tie it there. This is the other water bottle. That's the one I'll drink out of in case the first one starts to get low. I have my toiletry bag, with toothpaste, toothbrush, things like that, the hand wipes, spare batteries for my headlight, toilet paper, brown bags. If you've ever been on a knapsack trip, you know all about the brown bags. Although we will have, we do have pit toilets at the huts, so that won't be a problem. My first aid kit with my personal medications, and that is all I have in there. So now we're getting down into the main part of the pack. This is super important. I have a sleeping pad. It's deflated right now. You can get them even lighter than this, so they take less room. This is a little bit older one, so it took a lot more space. And last but not least, the most important item I probably have in my whole pack, which is the hardest one to get out, of course, and the last thing to take out, is the sleeping bag. Also in a compression sack. This one is a 20-degree sleeping bag. So as you can see, it compresses pretty small. This is a 50-liter pack. That's all it is. And what I like about this pack is it's got some side pockets here to put things in. I keep really close snacks here in case I get hungry. Really important so you don't bonk. You need low blood sugar. I also keep my sunscreen and my lip balm really close so I don't burn. So that's pretty much it. I hope this helps answer some of your questions. And you can see it is possible, even in a 50-liter pack, to get all of this stuff in there. So if we did have to tie, say, a snowshoe on the back, it would be very simple to tie. We have these strapping systems that allow us to tie a snowshoe right on. And most of these packs already have some kind of strapping system as well. So that's it. I hope that works for you. I expect maybe I'll see a few more questions on email. That's fine. Go ahead, fire them all at me, as many as you can. I'd like to make sure you're good and prepared. We will be doing a pack check when we're at Clartopan Lodge. So try not to bring anything extra. It will make your trip a lot more enjoyable if you do not have too many things, because everyone gets a chance to pull a sled. Thanks.